Good evening, you lovely, lovely people. Back again for another little episode of chat and observations. Have you guys noticed that, especially if you built a house or you're building a house, the materials are not so like, well, they're certainly not first class. Even if you buy the good materials, I would say they're not first class. For an example, and we'll move on to home appliances after this. This is just the start. You know, when I was buying purlins and the twist, you know, the twist in them, you know, and they rust up. Even the galvanized ones rust up. The roofing, and I got the good roofing, still rusts up, because I said to a friend of mine, I said, this is the good stuff, and I said, they guaranteed me in the shop that it's not going to rust. He said, give it 2 years, it'll rust. I said, no, it won't. They said it's zinc and aluminium. Well, it probably has got a little tiny bit of zinc and aluminium in it, but yeah, it did rust. And even the coloured roof that you get, that rusts. So all of the materials that I've gotten, and I haven't like scrimped and scraped, have been a bit shite, if I'm honest. A bit disappointing. Like my roof, I've had to paint it all, and it was painted already. Or some of it was. I mean, you know, it come in blue. And now we've had to paint it again. I did that about a year ago or something, 6 months, can't remember. Painted it again. So after a few years it did rust up. And also, when you have the workers do the work, you can't keep an eye on them all the time, can you? You know, you can't have your little beady eyes watching every single one. But over the course of a year or so, and I've been putting the fixtures and fittings in, you know, like the toilets and the sinks and all that sort of stuff. And I did all that myself. Sometimes, you know, you drill a hole, good. Sometimes it's good, you know, you drill it, good fixing. Sometimes you fucking drill it. You know, you get through the, you know, the render, and you're into the hollow block, and where they haven't, you know, there's hollows in the hollow block where they put the cement in, the concrete, or meant to have, and it's not been wet enough. So what's happened is it's hit inside of the hollow block, and it's caused little, like, honeycombs in there. So it just fucking drills straight through. Oh, I don't know. It's just my experience here of my house. These are not so good, people. It's not so good. Talking about that and paint. That's another thing, because at the moment I've got a painter here. A painter. She's a painter. She says she's a painter. I've got to be a painter on my thumb where I've been following him around with a paintbrush, touching up. But the quality of paint, and I've used different kinds of paint here, and again, it's to me, it's just not that quality, is it? And it doesn't matter what you get, Davis, Triton, what have I got now, Duracoat or something. I've had Barters or Sparta, or I don't know what you call the damn stuff. It's all shite. It really is, honestly. It's patchy as anything. So I said to him, because he's doing it now, well, he's not now, he's finished, but I said tomorrow, put it on neat, because he puts too much water in it. I said, no, put it on neat. The final cut, he's been around 3 times. He's been on 3 times. I can't get it. He says, yeah, but you know, the roller slides. I said, well, just put a little bit of water. I said, look on the back. It says no more than half a pint. He's been putting fucking half a litre in it. No wonder I'm thinking he hasn't gone through a lot of paint here. Because he's been putting half a litre of water in it. But anyway, he did one with, like I said, that much. And it's still patchy, people. It looks like a patchwork quilt. When you look at his face on, he looks great. But you look at it at the side, granted, again, the skim coating here, he's fucking like that. It is, it's like that. So yeah, I mean, you are going to see little troughs and, you know, things like that. Hills and whatever they call them, hills and troughs or something. I don't know. But it's disappointing, really, when you spend all that money and you come to the final bits to make it look nice. And you get that. So, and look, I'm not joking, people. Where he's been sanding, look, he's been sanding. Our fucking table's full of dust, look. He hasn't even cleaned that, look. What can you fucking do, eh? What can you do? So I'll do that. Where he's been sanding, because I said, sand the walls. Sand them. This final wall here at the back. fucking hell, look at the state of it. It's all over the place. I'm breathing this shit in. Look, no wonder my breathing gets bad sometimes. I was blaming the the high humidity. I think it's all the fucking dust and shit that they leave behind. And as you well know, 2 weeks ago, I think it was. I told you, I bought one of these like electric ovens from Savamore. Brilliant for 2 or 3 weeks. No, I think we had it for 2 or 3 months, but we didn't use it very much. Brilliant. And one Sunday, 2 weeks ago, I think it was, we were cooking a lovely roast chicken. It was more like a pigeon. It was like a fucking tiny little thing like that, you know. Anyway, it was time to get it out, and I was really hungry. And took it out, and I put the Yorkshire puddings in, because I like Yorkshire puddings. Being from the northeast of England, I make a good Yorkshire pudding. Put that in there, and whacked the temperature up. My wife was, because by that time the chicken had cooled down a bit, so you can, the pigeon, we'll call it a pigeon, it cooled down a bit so you could carve it. The glass exploded. I think I've got a picture on here, because I did take a couple of pictures, because I wasn't going to take it back to the shop, and I thought, it's pointless. It fucking exploded, honest to God. Good job my wife was looking. I think the glass was like a tempered glass or something, or toughened glass, because it wasn't shattered. It was like a, like a windscreen, if you break a windscreen. But nevertheless, the chicken was no good, because there's all bits of glass in that. The Yorkshire puddings, all bits of glass in that. A fucking hand grenade had gone off inside of the oven, inside of this electric oven. Again, substandard quality, isn't it? My friend, my British friend, a few years ago, well, it was more than that actually, I think it was before COVID, he bought an oven from, a gas oven from City Mall, City Hardware, and I think that the make was Boston Bay or something like that. And he had it for a year or something like that, and he made me laugh this. And he was cooking something, and he went to see, and he said, there's no gas on. Because he lit the gas, put his meat in there, it's not on. So he opened the fucking door and lit it again, and he blew his head off. Where the light had gone out or something. And there should be a safety thing on there. If the flame goes out, there should be a safety thing. And why did the flame go out? I don't know. But anyway, he opened it. He didn't smell the gas, and he had adenoids or something like that, so he couldn't smell the gas. So he went in there and lit it again. And he blew his head off with a boom. Again, substandard equipment, isn't it? I couldn't stop laughing. He said, Steve, I had no fucking eyebrows, no eyelashes. And what hair he did have on the top had gone. Everything had gone. I couldn't stop laughing when he told me that. I should have been a bit more sympathetic, but I just couldn't stop laughing. It's just the way he said it. And, it's like all kinds here, isn't it? It's just all substandard. Everything you buy, everything comes from China. Even the Boston Bay, which is meant to be the top of the range Chinese stuff. It's just not top of the range, is it? It might be top of the range for here. Maybe we spoiled as foreigners, I don't know. But I like to shop in that Mr. DIY. Mr. DIY, which is here. And they've got stores, because I know this, because I hear the song every time I go into the store. It's drilled into my head. Everyday low prices. We got stores in Singapore, Vietnam, Cambodia. No, I don't know. Somewhere anyway, and the Philippines included. And I bought some good stuff from there actually. I bought an electric fan, and that's been okay so far. And I think that was only 1,500 or something pesos. So far okay, but again, everything is from China. Everything. And most of these stores here where I live, or in the city close to me, they all owned by Chinese individuals as well, like Amigo and Novo, I don't know what it's called, but I think they got stores all over the Philippines as well. And everything in there is Chinese. A cup, for an example. Now, there's not one here, my wife's took them in. Sometimes, now, we go now into these, the Japanese surplus places, and we get our cups and our plates from there, because I'll tell you for why. Lovely cup of coffee one morning, and it was a morning. A fucking handle fell off and burnt my leg. The coffee was red hot. The handle snapped, and I still had the handle in my hand, screaming. All the leg red. It didn't take the skin off, but red as you like. So now we don't. And cracks. You can have your dinner and you get it. Oh man. So now we go to the Japanese surplus and the Korean surplus places. They're all second hand, but again, good quality, because they're from Japan and South Korea. Our furniture, the drawers in the bedroom, because we went to, what's it called? Yang Sang or something, and then we was going to buy like a set of drawers from there. And I looked at the quality, I thought, that's shite, that's shite. You know, like, I'm not paying all that money for that. So we went to, what's it called? I forget what it's called. I'm forgetting. But it's my wife's favourite place. She buys her handbags and everything from there. Oh, Japan. Look at some of the handbags are like this, aren't they, for the Japanese people? But we got this bedroom chest of drawers. I think it's got 7 drawers and 2 top ones. They're brilliant, heavy as you like. But then my wife complains that she can't shut the doors. I said, yeah, because you've got to put them, because they've got no rollers. It's solid wood. I said, you got to, you know, when you press it in, Mira, don't press it on one side so it's twisting. Press it evenly. I do it every time. It goes in brilliant for me, but she's complaining about it. Yeah. There's no way I would buy those plastic ones. In the Philippines, they have these plastic cabinets and plastic. It's all plastic. I wouldn't buy that. Even my wife doesn't like that. She's Filipina. I think, you know, before I met her, she would have been happy with that. But now, no, she can live in the world. You know, she likes the stuff from the Japanese. I'm trying to think of the name of the place, because that might be all over the Philippines as well. But they've got some really good gear in there. I bought lots of stuff from in there. But yeah, things like this, you know. Now this, I had this for, I don't know, just for the brownouts, you know, when I go outside and start the generator, you know, I need a bit of light. Now, the fucking charger doesn't work. You know, the charger worked for about, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks. Now I can't charge it up. So whatever's left in this battery, that's what's left in the battery. So now I've got some other ones. I buy the ones with batteries in them where I can change the batteries, because every one of these I bought, the chargers just stopped working. So you can't, these are all right, but you can't charge them. What's the point? And this one is one of those little holy things. Where's the camera? One of those little holy things, and I can't get a charger for it. You know. So I'm not going to buy any more things, electrical things, like those ovens, because that was frightening. That was frightening. If we'd have been looking at that, because I was mashing the potatoes, see? I was only waiting for the Yorkshire puddings. I was fucking starving and all. I was really hungry. And even that little sparrow pigeon looking chicken, that was looking nice. Oh, it was cooked to the perfection, it was. But it's fucking bang, exploded. The glass exploded. Must have been, I don't know, something to do with the heat. Something to do with the heat, that. The toaster I've got, that come from Save More. Because of the fluctuations here with electricity, and I know it fluctuates because I've got this, call them again, these AVRs, and I've got it now connected to the house, so I don't blow my telly up again and maybe, my refrigerator. But I can see it goes click, 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 you know, from like 220, it clicks. So like there's power surges all the time. And the toaster, you can't blame the toaster for this, but you put your toaster on, number 6, comes out lovely. Sometimes I put a number 6, burnt the fuck, burnt where it's been a power surge, so you know the power's high, so it's red as you like, you know, the what do you call them, elements, filaments or something, those liney things that go around and actually have a current of electricity and make your toast brown, black in my case. Or sometimes you put a number 8, because I put it in number 8. Sometimes when the power's low, it just comes out just crispy, you know, not even burnt. You put it back again. Jackie, what are you barking at? I don't know. I'm not mourning. I'm not mourning. I'm just making a video about it. What do you guys think anyway? I mean, have you built a house here and found out that the materials are substandard and that? You know, your roofing, the paint. Can you guys, and by the way, before you say anything, the walls were sanded. Fucking say half this, you know, half this fucking stuff's here on the table. You know, it was, I put I got him to do it. I put a waterproof stuff on it, like a breathable waterproof, clear stuff. Then he put on, what was it, like a fucking alkaline stuff, you know, to stop the acid in the cement, all that bollocks. and then a primer, and then this coat here. So I spend a lot of money on paint, and I'm not. I'll show you tomorrow. I'll show you tomorrow. I can't now. It's dark. It's night time. But when you look at it, it looks brilliant. Base on, it looks absolutely spot on. Well done. You looked at down the side of it. Nice. It's like a patchwork quilt. Shiny, not shiny. Shiny, not shiny. And the painter said, it's because of the walls like that. I said, no, it's not. No, it's not. I said, it's because you either putting too much water in that paint. I said it nicely, of course, because otherwise you'd probably smash me across the head with the paint pot, or minimum, put a bit of paint on my face. So like I said it nicely. I said, I think you might be putting a bit too much water in it. But I mean, he wasn't wrong, because we put one more coat on it today with just a little bit of water, like it suggests on the tin. It's the same. So I don't know. It's disappointing, isn't it? Anyway, all this dust, I'm breathing this in. I think they're trying to kill me secretly. Putting taste on my lips as well. So I'm going to go upstairs now, because my little boy's in bed, my wife is in bed. It's only, what time is it? It's only early, but they go upstairs watch TV. And I heard him shout when I started doing this, Dad, Dad, because I said, I'll be in a minute. So I'm going to go up. I'm going to spend a little time with, with maybe an hour till he goes to sleep, because he doesn't sleep unless I'm there with him. He puts his arm around me when he's ready to sleep. Good night, Dad. Good night, son. Brilliant it is. Good little boy. And then I'll come back down. But I've got to go up now, otherwise he'll be down here. Dad, where are you? Dad, 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 Dad. Thank you very much, people, for always listening to me. But what do you think if you're building a house? Or what do you think if you've used paint here? What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? Anyway, that's it. I'm done. Over and out. See you next time. Maybe tomorrow or maybe Saturday. Over and out, people. Bye-bye.